But like, you know what pisses me off? Like, why is and this is something that actually, why is it white people who get offended for everyone else? No one is asking you. Like, has a person of color ever come up to you and be like, "Hey, thanks for having my back in that situation I wasn't there for. I really appreciated it." Never. And sometimes it's patronizing. Like, you think you're in a position to save them, like you're the white knight.
It's a white savior complex.
So you're inherently putting yourself above someone because you can pick them up and save them.
Some Christopher Columbus type beat.
That's some Christopher Columbus type beat. Sorry. I asked if I was going to bring you one. Oh, is that the one you had earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said no to the spray.
That makes sense.
It's from this morning.
So it's hot.
No.
You know you left a half-open Sprite in the Jeep?
Yeah. It wasn't half. It was like at least...
No! It's 3/8.
No, it's not. I asked you to finish it and you were like, no.
I didn't want it. I was drinking water.
When have you ever said no to the Sprite?
I just didn't want it at that time.
So it's your fault.
You could have picked it up when you were grabbing. Also, you did not tell me the coffee maker was in the Jeep. I was driving reckless. All the components were all over the back seat.
It was already in like different pieces. That's why I didn't even bother like bringing it in. Because when I was taking it to your car, first some things like dropped in the driveway, and I was like,
Did
okay.
that piss you off?
Yeah, I was like, I just want to get home. And then like when I was trying to open the door, my phone fell. I was like,
so it just kept getting worse.
Yeah, and then I tried to put it in there, and it just kept falling apart. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with this today. So I just left it in the Jeep.
Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
This is episode 1 of the Hey Sweetheart podcast.
Let me put this on so I look official.
We have no idea.
Huh?
We have no idea what we're doing.
Absolutely.
But I have some things I want to talk about.
Okay.
So we recently moved in together.
We did. It's actually a week today.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got the keys on Friday. Oh, but
Yeah,
I guess
but
like sleeping Sunday. Was it Sunday night that we slept, or did we go sleep on Saturday night?
I think it was Sunday night. So.
Wow. How has that process been for you? Because it's unique as well, because you competed in powerlifting that you won, by the way. Little flex. You competed the exact same day that you moved in.
Yeah.
How was that?
Terrible. Would not do it again.
I told you, if it was me, I would have just been like, hey, like, from the side.
Okay,
Yeah, could not be me.
Yeah, but in my mind, I was already tired, and I just wanted to get it done.
Just get it done. We were kind of going at each other a little bit that day.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. We've had some time to cool down. What do you go?
Said I don't know what was going on that day. We were together from.
Well, we're together forever now, so.
Yeah, but.
Better get used to it.
Yeah. But you know how the day before you asked me like, "What do you want from me?" As a kid?
That was in the meet though. Okay, I'm not talking about moving in.
Okay, but listen.
Okay.
You remember how you asked me that, and what did I tell you?
What did you tell me?
I was like, just say good job or whatever, and just let me do my thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What did I say that? Gotcha. Be careful. What did I say that got you?
It was nothing specific.
Yeah. Was I annoying?
It wasn't annoying. It was just like, sometimes I just wanted to not have
I know.
that extra.
I know. It's overwhelming, and I should know that. because like you have to. It's not about what I can do. It's what you need to best perform.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, you were my athlete, and I should have. You told me, and I thought I was listening. But I want to be. I want to be there.
You're so involved in like, it was you were in it too.
Absolutely,
Like,
I was competing that day as a coach.
Yeah.
Against every other coach,
Yeah.
I was sweating. Like they called you for like the different lifts, and I'm like, all right, she's about to go. They're like 4 out, and I'm like, all right, let's fucking get it. Like I'm getting hyped.
Yeah. I know, like, I'd be 4 out and you'd be like, okay, baby, get it together. And I was like, I know I'm 4 out.
I think I'm talking to myself. I think I was like, baby, you got to get it together. I think it's me telling.
And I was like, I can see that.
Yeah, I know. It's also different because when Kane and I competed, we're like saying the nastiest shit to each other, like, and you don't operate like that.
No.
It's a lot different. But moving in after that, which let's not gloss over the fact that you won. Strong as fuck, 308 pound squat, 145 pound bench, 330 pound deadlift, at 132 pound body weight, 20 years old, first time ever doing it. Period.
Could have gone through 50 on day.
I don't think you could have. A blood spurted out of your nose on the second attempt, and you ran away and hid from me.
I didn't run away. I told you. I walked away. I walked off the platform, and you were over there, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and clean up my nose.
But I only have six. But I don't know how you're feeling, and you only have 60 seconds to tell me your next attempt, right? So like you have input. Like you can be like, let's go up. Like you know what I mean. I could have asked you.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? But I was just scared.
Okay, fair enough.
I was scared, like actually nervous. But how was moving in after that?
You remember how I said there was a lot of input? I think it all started that morning. So like I was already sort of overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then like I knew that we had to move, and I knew I had work the next day. So I was just like we need to get this done as soon as possible.
Yeah. Oh, and it didn't help. My mom was. It's not their fault, but
No.
they were later coming to help us because just some miscommunication with my stepdad and his daughter. So they went to eat a little later, so we couldn't get that moved over. But
so like we didn't start moving until like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been me. I would have just packed it up and said, hey, we got to do it a different day. How you've never lived with a boyfriend? You've obviously previously staying at Ball State.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Cut that out. I will edit that. Previously staying at college with 3 other roommates.
Yeah.
How is it have you, besides your parents' house, you have all of this space to yourself. How does that feel?
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very free.
Because you were relegated to primarily one room.
Mm-hmm.
A large room, huge bathroom, but it's not like
Very
you're
nice
stuck
bathroom
in there.
Closet. Yeah.
Huh?
It's a very nice bathroom and closet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Compared to what we have now. So what is that like? Like living on your own for the first time, for real?
It's kind of scary.
Really?
Yeah, because like I feel like I've always had my mom, or like I still have her.
You
but
still do.
Yeah.
But what
it's
about
nice. It's really nice.
What about it is scary?
Because now I'm on my own.
Well, we have each other.
Yeah.
We still have my parents, your parents.
We could have a dog.
I'm not saying no to the dog. I've never said that. She thinks I'm saying no to the dog. I don't.
You
I've
asked
never
me,
ever
you were
said.
like, are you sure you want to have a dog? The place is kind of small. What does that mean?
We can have a dog. That's fine. Like I've never been against the dog. I'm just saying you're about to start school, and working on top of it, and I'm gone 8 to 5 every day. Well, basically 6 to 5 every day, and you're gone. Who knows? What, oh, you have your school schedule as well. I'd like to look at it. I want to see what classes you have. I'm interested. Okay. I'm not no to dog. I'm not anti-dog. I want a pup. But the scheduling, it's a lot. You've done it before. How was that? Because you had one at the old. How was that?
It really wasn't too bad, cause I'd take him out in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd go to class, and I was usually took him out in the morning, played with him after class, and then took him out again after, like around 5 or 6, after I was done with classes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And we just went out on a walk.
And
The-
I
the
could
thing
and I could
about
walk
him
him too in
was-
the evening. We have two people.
The thing about him was he didn't like staying in his cage, but he had to because I had roommates and all that, and a cat. And Luna did not like dogs.
Yeah.
So.
But Leah should be on her best behavior.
Well, she hasn't been lately, so I don't know.
She has been I think she's just excited the freedom she has.
She had reason.
Yeah, but there's not as much going on.
Yeah, true.
And this house is a lot more fun for her, I feel like.
Yeah, she can actually be a cat.
She was a cat before.
Yeah, but she was.
What? She was what?
Nothing.
Not destroying my blinds.
She was destroying your chair.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's fucked. I don't know if she's...
Can't see it.
Yeah, she's fucked the chair up. But, I mean, obviously I can still sit in it, but it just doesn't look as nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, how do you like living together?
I like going to sleep next to you and then waking up next to you, so it's been nice so far.
Yeah, we're holding toes under the table right now. You can't see.
At least one of us has socks on.
I don't. I like gripping the tile.
Yeah,
in
you
a
were
hardwood.
gripping the tile the other day.
You were trying
in
to
the
make fun.
kitchen.
I was not gripping. I was
Yes, you-
excited.
Yeah, you were still gripping.
I don't
before.
think you realize that I have a lot of weight pushing down on my toes. So they.
But I've seen them when they're like you're standing regularly.
Yeah.
But
What
that
do they
day
look
you're
like?
scrunched them. So
You have to be ready.
for what? To fight in Afghanistan, apparently.
That was a dream, and that was a private dream that I shared with you, and I can't believe you would say that out loud. What, living together so far, what have you noticed that we're different? Like, what aspects of, like, just our day-to-day operations? Or, like, how we move and how we clean up? Like, our tendencies, like, how are they different? Like, what might you do compared to what I do? And then we can get into what we like and what we don't like. You're probably excited.
You sound more excited than I am.
I'm excited to interview you like this.
Okay. I think when it comes down to it, there's not much that we have differences on. We were
Mhm.
just raised different.
Okay, so what's different? So you know, when you boil it down, there's not much different. We were just different. So what's
I mean, yeah,
so what-
we're different people. We're gonna have different.
yeah. So what do I do differently than what you do?
Like you leave the countertop,
Leave it with like
rice and stuff.
a
yeah.
grain or two.
Yeah, but I'll also leave like a can of Coke half open on the table, you know?
Yeah, but I think the grain of rice is probably a bit more egregious. I could pick that up. It takes 2 seconds. Sometimes though, I swear I'm trying to like slide the grain of rice against the countertop and it smears. I just get pissed. Like I'm trying to swipe, but it's like hot mud. You know what I mean? It's hot rice, so it's like it just doesn't. It's not a clean scrape.
Maybe you can use a paper towel.
I could, but I don't like wasting a paper towel.
That's what they're for.
I know. And we have God. We have fucking 1,000.
Yeah, until
From my
next
shout out to
year.
my mom. Lifetime supply.
For real, keep them coming every Christmas and we're sad.
What else? Are there any more differences that you notice?
Shoes.
What about the shoes?
Shoes in the house.
I wear them.
Yes.
If I'm running in from the car, like I can't take them off and put them back on every time.
Yes, you
That's such a waste. But I set I feel like I don't walk all the way through the house. Like 6 feet into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I set the groceries down. Like I have a reasonable, delta of movement.
You know how a side door doesn't, like, we don't have a key to it?
Yeah.
So what I would do is open the front door,
take your
shoes off, set everything there down, and then like grab a pair of sandals and go out the side door. So that way it's easier to slide the sandals in and out.
And I'm gonna walk to the other door with my shoes
what
on.
you do is you come in through the front door, walk across the living room.
I walk around the rug most of the time.
Okay, walk around the rug.
Yeah.
You're still leaving footprints.
Yeah.
And dirt. Whatever else you drug in from Ivy Tech. Oh, my bad.
Yes.
You can get that out.
We'll bleep it. I'm gonna put beep. Okay. Then what?
Or the gym.
And what about it?
And like,
okay.
We have a dog right outside. So like, who knows? You might have stepped on dog poop.
Might have. I might have stepped on a banana peel. I might drug in oil. I might drug in gravel. Who knows knows what's out there?
Yeah.
Why are we doing what ifs and mights? I never drug in dog poop.
Okay, but there's still dirt out there.
Yeah. Okay. And I track it in the kitchen. Yes. Yeah. I understand. Okay.
Okay. What about you? What do you have?
I don't think I honestly there's nothing that I've seen that like I've noticed. Beside like a half empty can of Coke, like okay, but that's not that bad. Mm-hmm. Like I'll tell you something that I really appreciated. Like we had a lot of dishes from last night because we were constantly moving.
Yeah.
So I did as many as I could because the rack was full, and I may have left like 11 pieces left, but that's because they were drying, and I did them. But when I come home, you would empty the rack and did the other half. Mm-hmm. Like I really appreciated that, and I feel like I would have done the same thing for you because there've been times where like I'll notice our laundries, like I'll do them both. Like I'm not gonna just do mine. Yeah. And like, so like those things I really appreciate, but I feel like we both are looking out for each other like that. Mm-hmm. So I really like that, and those are the things that I'm noticing rather than like I'm not going to notice if you wear your shoes in the house because it's already been explained that I wear shoes in the house, so that's a normative.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What do you? I guess like I'm not really. We wrote down some like things to talk about, but like I'm looking at them like we want to talk about like maybe struggles that we might get in. I think the times that they're gonna be difficult at first, but I feel like we'll understand how to maneuver them. But there's a difference between understanding how to maneuver a situation and then actually doing it. Yeah. So in the winter, when you are slammed with finals, and like maybe I'm, stressed out at work, and then like maybe I'm pushing things really hard in the gym, like we're gonna be like tensions might be high, but I don't think that's like obviously it's gonna be stressful, but I don't think it's anything we can't overcome. I think as a unit, those would be the most difficult scenarios when there's a lot going on. Like, what do you think we can do? Like, when I think about managing that, I think about maybe taking a step back at that moment and, like, what can we do to, like, really not only make time for each other, but make sure that, like, we're supporting each other. And sometimes supporting each other isn't being there, but it's like doing something that makes your life easier later in the day. Mm-hmm. So like you might not want me right up your ass, but like I can do something later in the day that makes you feel relieved, so then you'll have the time that we can spend together, because you don't need me next to you when you're studying. Like you need your time, like, you know what I mean? So what do you think? Like, how can we maneuver that?
I think knowing that we're both going through stuff and like allowing each other to feel how we feel. Because it'll be easy to like, oh babe, like it's okay. It's just for a time or whatever. It'll get better. But like, I think allowing each other to, whatever we're feeling in that moment, like you're allowed to feel.
Like, yes, it sucks. Yeah. And I see that it sucks. I feel that it sucks. Like, it's not like, oh, it's okay. Like, no, it's not. Like, it sucks dick. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, yeah, like that's a real like yeah, where you're validating
Yeah.
the suck. Like no one is brushing it off. Like I'm not brushing off that you're slammed with like however many credit hours of work. Like that's kind of selfish because like I'm downplaying what you feel. Yeah, no, I feel like that's something we've already done. Like because we've been dating for. It's gonna be an odd month, so 9. We moved in fast.
Yeah. We also went on a trip fast.
On a trip to yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like
yeah, but it was all.
sped through.
Huh?
So I feel like our relationship's kind of like.
But it not forcibly. It's
No.
on opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, you moved because of a couple other things you wanted to take care of. My lease was up. We can live together.
Yeah.
Why not? Like, who doesn't want to live with? I feel like people move in together way faster.
Oh yeah.
Like 3 months, people are in.
Like a month.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're like, oh, well, you're spending so much time here, whatever. Like, we didn't do that, and we made it work. I mean, we had a bit of a head start on our relationship.
Yeah, you
Like,
want to talk
going
about that?
no.
You want to tell the viewers what that is all about?
We had just interfaced
Okay.
prior to being together, and then we caught back up.
Okay. That's how you wanna.
No, that's such bullshit. I ghosted you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready to be in a relationship with you. I should have been. We've already squashed this. I should have been a man and told you like, hey, I'm not ready for this. Like, I am not in the mental place to continue or try to start a new relationship. I don't think we were like. I don't think any of us were like, hey, do you want, like, are we talking about being boyfriend and girlfriend? I don't think that's where we were at. But I could have told you like, hey, like I can't process this and I need time to be on my own. And I wasn't mentally mature enough. I was also very, very young. Way younger than I am now.
Okay, like
I mean,
a year.
2 years ago.
2?
When was it? Was it 22 or 21?
I don't know. It was not 21. Because I was still 18.
Year and a half ago. Yeah. But
Hey, at least I got a few meals out of you.
Yeah, I was going through. I was cutting up like I was shaping up like getting in shape, and so like she'd be hungry, but like I'm not gonna make her eat chicken and rice. That pisses me off. Like I'm not like if you're a normal person, like you do not have to eat what I eat because I understand. Like I'm telling you, people, I've eaten the same thing almost every single day for 7 years. True or false?
True.
Like I don't like it's just is what it is. And like you don't have to eat what I eat because it's not normal. So like that's fine. Like I'm like and so I go and get her a restaurant, a local Mexican restaurant, and she's like, "Where yours at?" I'm like, "I already got my food." She's like, "Well, I mean that guy sucks." And it's like that thing where it's like the meme where like your girl's like, "Let's go get ice cream." You're like, "Yeah, we can go get you ice cream." And you're like, you want to enjoy it together, which I understand now. Because it's like the experience.
It took you forever to
I'm not
get
going to
that.
succumb to your guilty pleasure of wanting to eat ice cream. Like, I don't want it. Which is false, because I'll eat an entire gallon.
Yeah.
But I just want it when I want it.
He'll eat an entire gallon, but will not eat a scoop.
I won't. You'll try to give me a spoon of your food?
No, not a spoon, a scoop.
Like a one
if I'm
scoop?
like,
Yeah, if
okay,
I'm going to eat ice
let's-
cream, I need to fucking do it.
What are you doing eating a scoop? Is it yogurt? It's still ice cream.
I don't want a scoop. Like, I want a shit ton of the ice cream that I enjoy.
Okay, but you gotta enjoy it and...
Why do I have to do whatever you're about to say? You prefaced it with "you got it." Like why? Like why do I have to do that?
Because sometimes as an adult,
Yeah, you have to do what your girlfriend says and shut the fuck up about it. True, actually true, and I have been getting better.
What have you done and shut up about?
I feel like, well, I ate some of your mac and cheese, like when you gave me the fork.
Oh,
You remember
yeah,
when we used to go out
yeah.
to eat and you'd be like, "Can I have a bite?" Like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So like I am getting better
You are.
because I understand,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's times and phases where I need to be strict, and I am with no, I feel zero guiltiness or hesitation, like I don't care.
Yeah.
But when I'm not, like what I'm about to be, because we're going to be gaining weight soon.
Who's we?
You as well. You're doing a lower body bulk.
Okay,
after this podcast, I'm literally going to program it for you.
Okay, but that does not mean I'm getting.
Okay, hold on. Hey, hold on. You want to? What's the goal? What's the goal of the lower body bulk? You want to gain muscle,
yes.
and is muscle a tissue that carries mass? Yes or no?
Yes.
So then we're gonna have to gain weight. That's crazy. It doesn't mean you're IVing Oreos.
Well.
What? What?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway.
What happened the last time you did a bulk?
Me?
Yes.
I weighed 208 pounds. And I got big and strong as fuck.
True.
But
yeah,
I did have a stomach
I know.
that protruded, and you love to touch it.
I was a fan.
I don't know why you like it.
Because I liked it.
I literally couldn't breathe. Like I'd be like it's so difficult.
Yeah, you were also sweating like 24/7.
I was 200 pounds. I'm not tall. Like that's a lot. I'm literally a ball of mass.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad. My face was big. Yeah. Look at the picture of December.
I don't have my phone with me.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
You're about to start school.
Yeah. Technically, I never stopped.
Yeah, no, you went straight in because you had summer.
Yeah.
How is that shit? It's online.
Yeah. For one class, it's not bad, but there's this one class. The professor doesn't really like set due dates.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of have to navigate through it and like figure out when he wants things turned in.
That doesn't seem. That seems very easy. And not difficult.
Okay, but.
No, I'm being facetious.
Okay.
Like I'm glad your professor doesn't tell you when things are due.
He's probably an old man.
What's the professor's name?
I could not tell you. I don't
Did you
even
read
know
the
what he
syllabus?
looks like. I read the syllabus.
Yeah, but you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
like even at my old school, like I couldn't tell you.
I could, but I guess that's
only the professors I liked.
Yeah.
All the other ones. Behind.
I didn't have that many. A lot of them, because our program was fairly small, so they kind of doubled up. Mm-hmm. A couple of professors really inspired me. Had a man crush on one of them.
Not surprising.
He was what every guy wanted to be.
What do you look like? Oh, is it more of like a?
He's like a just like a masculine professor. Mm. What? Because I've always wanted to be a professor, right? Yeah. So then when I saw him doing that, I was like, okay, like this is what I want to. Yeah, I was just really like inspired. Mm-hmm. And he did advanced theories of conditioning or something like that. Like it was a very intense class, and I really appreciate it. And he like lived what he taught as well. So like he, yeah, it was cool. I want to be that. It's basically I saw him doing what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I think is where it came down to. And one time he told me I was jacked, and that made me. I think I might have chubbed up a little bit.
You should go back and tell him.
No. Like, hey, professor, do you remember April 17th, 2019?
That made me feel some type of way.
Fuck no.
You've been getting a lot of compliments lately.
Me or you?
You.
For what?
How jacked you are. You got a lot yesterday. I think you got two.
Yeah, but those guys, they're movers. I think it's different. It's not like people on the street. Like at the furniture store, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and there was one more.
At the gym?
I think so.
That girl? I think she was more interested in you.
I forgot about the girl.
The day she asked me, she was like, hey, what's your girlfriend's name again? I was like, easy there. How about I drop your ass?
Hit me up.
No, babe.
I'm just kidding. No, I feel like there was one more.
Yeah. At
the store. At Walmart.
Oh, the cashier dude. Yeah. Well, he didn't compliment me. He said the door is over there. But it's
that's
in
like,
here. Yeah. I understand. I got some dry skin. Are you gonna? You're
soft.
You're gross. I know. Take care of them. You take care of your feet. They'll take care of you.
Okay.
Quit petting them.
I'm not petting them.
What What are you gonna do in school? Like what? Like if you, it's hard to realize like what you're gonna do until you're there.
Yeah.
And it's very overwhelming. So like, you're going for nursing, but that's not the end goal.
No.
What do you think it might be?
The end goal?
Like, what do you think that process might look like?
I think it's gonna be long.
Why?
Cause I'll be doing nursing, and then once I'm done with that, I'll take a little break, work.
How long is a little break? Do you know, or is it just until you're ready?
Until we're like, I feel like okay,
Mm-hmm.
like I want to continue with what I originally wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like we're both like okay, we're in a place where I can go back to school, or you can go back to school, or we can go both
Together?
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm not ready.
Well, you still have a few years, so get ready. You can be a professor, get your PhD.
I know.
I think that's what you really want to do.
I'd rather just get an easy doctorate, maybe like a doctorate in education, just do it online. Fuck it.
Look creaky, that's okay.
Sounds like my car.
Literally.
Literally.
But no. Would you rather teach high school or like be
Teach
a
high
teacher?
school?
Yeah. Like be a teacher.
Okay. Or
Like a college or university.
oh, college, 100%. I could teach high school right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
I'd make 20 grand less than what I'm doing, and I'd have to deal with
You'd have
more
to
bullshit
Yeah.
and do more work. I do very little work. Well, maybe I do. Maybe it just doesn't feel like work because of how much I enjoy it.
Yeah.
There might be a lot that goes into it. I think I should start giving myself a little bit more credit.
Thank you.
Very much downplay.
Mm.
But it doesn't. It's not. I think it's because what I've seen. I've always been around people who just work. So when I do what I do, I don't feel like it's not comparable.
It's not as physical, but it's still a lot of work.
It doesn't. Yeah, but it just doesn't feel like it. But maybe it's because I'm judging it on like a physicality, like that scale, and that's not the right. It's like seeing how well a fish can climb a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good assessment. It's just not a good tool, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you comparing it on that scale?
Yeah.
My watch is hurting me. I want to take it off. Oh, quit twisting. You're banned. You're done. Okay. Feet are going down. My wall is back up. Anyway, it's because I just watch like my mom work so hard. When that's what I used to go to whenever I would get overwhelmed. Like I would be like, dude, you need to suck it the fuck up. Because, I watched my mom work 3 jobs, didn't get to sit down and eat with us, like only got to see us at night for sometimes, like multiple days a week, like, so whenever I was going through it, and especially in my master's program, like, I remember getting really overwhelmed, and I was like, motherfucker, you were getting paid to read a book, teach a couple classes, lift weights, and write this thesis, and like do the experiment. Like, I guess there was more to it than that. There was like experiments within the lab. There was like I authored different manuscripts and like edited them, and then there's a couple other duties that are in the lab, but they just. But anyway, I would just tell myself like, bro, it's not that hard, because the college setting is very. It's not real life. Like, it's very artificial. Like, you will never like that. Like the higher education setting is not real. Like, your problems are made up. But because they're only problems inside that real world. Yeah. Like, if someone who's building a bridge has a problem, like, the bridge cannot get built. But like, if people are arguing about educational policies that like aren't directly connected to like the students' well-being, like it doesn't matter like what textbook you use, because you're gonna, like maybe it's not the same, but like the problems that I would see growing up were a lot more real than like worrying about getting funding for this thing, or like reading a manuscript. Like it's not a real problem. At least it doesn't feel. I mean, it's real to someone because it's literally their manuscript, but it's not real. Like it doesn't feel real. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like those problems are just, I don't know. They're just different. And so like that setting is really unique because it just seems like it's so free and like it's like not stressful, and I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting where I was wanting to go, but it doesn't feel like real. Like the educational side, like college is like you're not a real adult. Like when I was 18 going through undergrad, like I understood that the responsibility I had was so much less than what I knew I would have as an adult. Mm-hmm. And like you'll never get that back. And like, but now I'm still kind of in that area. So like I have responsibilities of an adult, but like I'm working in higher ed, so like the thing we're complaining about at work is quantifying like a successful academic advising appointment. People are up in arms about it, and I'm like, you just create an operational definition and then you track it. Like some people are really bent out of shape over it, like truly, like they don't want to hit plus however many successful, they don't want to track those numbers. But you see what I'm saying? Like those problems are not real, as compared to like when my mom would have a problem. It's like the bills aren't paid. Mm-hmm. Like that's not a problem that we live with. Anyway, school.
Yes.
When you're done, what are you gonna do? Have you given any thought to like what you might actually do?
Go back to school.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking like when you do go back to school.
Oh.
What are you feeling more?
I think research.
You got bit by that bug. What drives you to research? Like, what do you appreciate about it?
There's just always more.
Yeah.
Like you might reach a point where you're like you don't know where to move on to, or like you don't know what's next, but like there's always more knowledge to be discovered. Like if you're looking at a cell, mm-hmm. like it's not just a cell,
Yeah. And then even when it seems like it's hit a wall, there's always that novel, discovery, and then that can facilitate and guide more research, and you can be on the cutting edge of something.
Yeah. So
what do you have any experience doing research, or like have you volunteered in a lab or like worked for one or do any?
I was like in my cell bio lab for a little bit, but like I didn't actually work there.
Okay.
But I was talking to my professor, and he was like, yeah, like this is a great field to be in. And like I was gonna say I could be a professor too, but it's not.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're gonna work at a university, unless you are only there to do a lot of the professors are there to do research. So if you're at they call it, so there's D1, 2, and 3 for like athletics, but there's R1, R2, R3 for research. Like it's like the research equivalent. So like an R1, I believe, is like the people there doing research will also have to teach as part of their contract, because they're doing research. However, at like an R3, like no top, and forgive me if I'm misspeaking, but like no top level research is coming out of an Anderson or DePaul or Trine University. Respectfully, it's not. Yeah. So the emphasis might not be as much on doing research as opposed to instructing.
Yeah.
However, at your IUs, Purdue's, Notre Dame, like maybe not Notre Dame, but like Butler, like you're performing research. So if you want to go there, it's going to be part of it.
Yeah, I think I'd rather work at like Eli Lilly or something like that, or like.
You should see, because I know my friends that are doctors.
Yeah.
They did lab work at IU mm-hmm. as part of a job for the summer, and I know some people at Purdue also. It was not like a work study, but they got paid to do research in a lab as an undergrad. So you should check that out and see if they have it. And I know Sam from the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that gym.
Mm-hmm.
He got a gig at Eli Lilly. That's where he works. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely feasible.
Yeah, that's something I'd be willing to look into.
Yeah, it's neat, but there's a lot of uncertainty. What the job you work now, obviously you wouldn't be. You're having instructor like duties with that.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's okay, but I don't. It's not something I'd like to do long term.
But obviously the participants, or I guess the clientele in that job, are not going to be college students.
Yeah.
It's not the same at all.
It's not.
So what difficulties do you think would arise, like if you wanted to be a professor? Like what might you not like about it? Teaching. Okay, but like what part of teaching do you not like? Is it just like standing up? Is it grading? Is it well, you have TAs and AIs for that.
I still don't want to have a
curriculum
that I have to teach.
You just want to do your little research and
I want to be in a lab, secluded. Give me my
your cells. You want to talk to cells and not students.
Truly. They can't talk back. They can't bother me with emails.
Oh my god, the emails I swear to God, like, first of all, I'm not a doctor. So, like, I've had students refer to me as doctor. It's not instructor, professor. I tell them, I'm like, you can, especially when I taught at our school.
Yeah.
I was like, you can just call me Robert, because some of these students I could go to a bar with after.
You did?
Never did. I saw them at bars, and I would buy them a drink, but never as, like, an introduction or, like, what? But so, no, I've never went to the bar with students, ever.
Oh, what about that one picture?
What? Those are, on Instagram. Those are my lab assistants. Like, we all work together.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're not students. Gringo.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You didn't go to bars, but you did go to dinner.
You're incriminating me. We're cutting that out. Cut this out. But yes. You are the worst. What were we even talking about?
I don't know. People calling you doctor or whatever.
Emails.
Yes.
Dr. Wilkinson, comma, whatever. Hey, IDK what to put on this LOL. Can you help? No, absolutely not. One of them for I'll never forget. This is one Kane and I referenced. It was for an exercise class, and you're supposed to like rate, like give some comments. And the student went on a walk for like 45 minutes or whatever. And his description was like, it was chill vibes. Like, you stupid motherfucker. Like, why?
I mean, it was chill vibes. What else?
Yeah, bro. I remember, like, every time I, at least 25% of the time I talk to Kane, it's chill vibes, bro. Like, throw it in there. Like, that's so
funny.
It's so crazy. Like, I don't understand why. And just like not capitalizing your I, or using punctuation.
I mean, you probably did that stuff when you were in undergrad too.
I read my emails at 18 years old, and they were similar, but not that bad. Okay. They were constructed poorly, for sure. Embarrassingly.
Yeah.
But I never said, hey, LOL.
Oh, yeah.
And at the bottom, you would never see sent from my iPhone. I saw one, I get them now, sent from my Metro PCS Samsung, and I'm like, bruh, delete that.
Metro PCS.
Isn't that's a phone company, like a Straight Talk wireless store? Yeah, anyway.
Maybe they don't know how to delete them.
It's just a signature. You can get rid of it. But yeah, it takes work and effort. And that's not that deep for some students.
Yeah.
So like when you're thinking about going to school, like what is motivating you? Like is it the end goal? Is it the product or the process?
The product.
Really?
Yeah.
So just end.
Yeah.
Just being the researcher.
No,
which is crazy because you said you want to work and try to discover something. Well, I guess it's product.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
It's like knowing I have a career and like this is what my life is about. Like this is what I'll be doing. You know.
So that'll motivate you to get to your goal.
Yes.
But once you've gotten to your goal, where do you go from there? Do you keep chasing products, or are you in love with the work that you would do every day in the lab?
I think then I'd be in love like the process.
I think sometimes what's difficult about focusing on the product is once you get there, you don't know what to do. If you haven't fallen in love with the process or something about that process along the way, or you can't identify a key about that process that's motivating, you chase products. And that is scary. Because because then it's like, if we use a weightlifting analogy, like you do 100 pounds, you do 150 pounds, you do 200 pounds, 250 pounds, you can't go until 5,000 pounds. Like, you can't.
No,
you know?
But that's weightlifting. Like, you know.
Okay, okay, great.
Okay.
Instructor. Your adjunct, your associate professor, your tenured professor, your dean of your school, your president of the college. Like, then what? Like, you're chasing that product, unless you're talking about like research products.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, like, what do you do when there's not a product to chase? Like, you're at that wall. Like, how do you continue to go day to day when you've hit that wall? When you're looking at the outcomes, like your petri dish or whatever, and you're looking at it, and so like when there's nothing there, like, what do you do? And then you're bogged down by papers. You have AIs asking you to read their master's thesis. Like, what gets you through that day?
Knowing like what your goal is, and like, yeah, it's not gonna be something new every day. Like, I think knowing and understanding that is important.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the main differences between us, because I want to be a professor, but I was going to be a teacher. So those two that's a vertical, like high school teacher to instructor at a college. That's a vertical thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what has like that concentration of that, like why I enjoy that is because I enjoy helping students.
Mm-hmm.
So I've moved not vertically, but kind of like diagonally, I guess, because it's above a high school teacher, on the requirements, the pay, like whatever. But like what I'm doing is essentially the same. Like, I'm helping students. So like what motivates me day to day is I know that when I do my job, I can help a student get something. Like that student I was talking to, when I was laying down in the bed working from home. They had like financial aid issues, and they want to make sure. So like I sent them the resources that I have available, and they're getting their financial aid stuff sorted. That motivates me, because that student is able to like do their dream. And the college I'm at is not a traditional, like, it's not always 18-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
It might be someone who's 30 or and they work and they have children, and like seeing them be able to achieve their dream, like their educational dreams, is huge. Like, that's what I enjoy. No, like, I'm not gonna go to a graduation. I don't care that much. But like doing my job and like planning them out and like making sure they're good,
Mm-hmm.
like I enjoy that process of doing that.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm still chasing. Well, I don't think I'm chasing a product right now. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not working towards anything. Like, like I'm just in that grind. They had this is actually something new. They had a leadership, not a leadership, maybe like, anyway, it's something that you sign up for where you get a mentor who's someone who's been at the college for a while. And like, if you want to advance up in the college, you apply to be on this talent development, whatever. You think I should do that? But I don't think I'm gonna. Like, I asked my lead, and he was like, "Yeah, if you see yourself being at the college for a while, you should definitely do it." But like, do we see ourselves at the college for a while, or me at the college? Like 3 years of school.
You said that you want to be there for a decent amount of time, so I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
And like, even if you're not, you'll still have that knowledge that you gained from whatever that is.
Yeah. I was just nervous because I had to put like the chancellor's. It's on DocuSign, so I had to put the chancellor's name. Like, they had to approve it. I don't know. We just got a new chancellor, so.
Oh, the
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Like I literally don't know. Like, I don't want to be like, who the fuck is Robert? Like.
Have you talked to them yet?
No. No, we have a convocation. They sent out a calendar block for a convocation.
I haven't heard that
Like a
ever
fucking
since high
pep.
school.
Yeah, like a pep rally. That's what I was talking to David about. I was like, "Is this a fucking pep rally?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess." But anyway, and you know what? Ever since they fired like everyone from our job, so like there's us, and then there's like our director, and then there's like executive director, and then chancellor, and whatever. They fired like that whole top level, so it's just us. And we haven't had anyone pay for a fucking Friday meal in so long. Like, it's been months since they brought us in some goddamn food. And I'm sick and tired of it.
It has been a while. I think
It has
last time
months.
you told me about it was in May.
May? Not even. No, not even May.
What? When?
I'm talking like
Don't say February.
March.
No.
April. Yes.
No.
Yeah. No. When do I do it? When do I do no?
When you know I'm right. And you just will not accept it.
No.
Couldn't be.
True. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think about the podcast in general? Are you a fan?
Yeah.
You were worried that it would be weird.
Yeah.
And did you think it was?
No,
It's hot in this room. It's hot.
No, it's not.
I'm sweating.
Oh, I'm sorry for invalidating how you're feeling.
Look, I'm sweating.
Can't even see it now.
NGO. I mean, I thought it was a good first episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what we talked about. Whatever's on the list. We didn't really get to talk about like who you are. Maybe in a later episode we can get to like
What do
into
you
our
mean,
past.
who I am?
Like like your past and like things like that. Like what makes you you. We can have one of those. What do we have to do today? We gotta go to the old apartment. We do, babe. We can one and done it. And I've said it like 8 times. We can
Yeah,
one
but
and
that
done
doesn't make me want to do it anymore.
I know. But we gotta go to the apartment.
Okay.
Don't destroy my plant.
It's fake.
Babe, but that doesn't mean I want to destroy it.
It's not. I'm not destroying it.
You're picking off the leaves. You're
I'm
crunching
not.
them.
No, I'm not. I'm twirling my hair tie on it, and it's not
it's
gonna crunch.
It's a
if
plastic.
It's, fake.
It's a
It's
plastic
gonna pop
stem.
right back
It's
how
a
it
plastic
was.
stem. If you
Yeah.
destroy that and blame it on Leah,
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
okay.
First of all, where's the plant that I got you? Oh, it's out right now.
Yeah. Gringo. Anyway.
You didn't get anything. I figured it out myself.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway.
We got to go to Washington.
Okay. Wait.
We had to go to Washington Street.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We had to go to my old apartment.
Yeah.
No one's watching this. We're gonna get 7 viewers. We have to go to the old apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I want to cook the rest of that chicken.
Should probably get more
Yeah, maybe we'll run by Kroger on the way back.
ice cream.
Oh, babe, we ate out Saturday. No, Friday, and Saturday.
I know. I weighed myself this morning.
How much? What was it?
I think it was
135.
No, it was 139.
Oh, that's just bloating water. And what was your breakfast? Rolls and a Coke Zero.
Yeah.
So
It's been a rough 3 days.
It's probably you. I think you're just holding a little bit of sodium in water. I wouldn't stress about it too much.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm going back.
Well,
to the
you've
gym.
noticed we've manipulated the fuck out of that water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
What happened?
in a later date.
Oh, we're supposed to talk about competing.
Do you
This is
think
gonna
this
be
is
a long podcast?
about 53 minutes? Do you think it's for
Yeah,
you?
we're not even talking.
Do you think it's for you?
Huh?
Powerlifting? Do you think it's for you?
Yes.
Are you? Is it a bit? Yeah. I'm gonna write you a program. Like right after this. I gotta use the restroom first. Okay. Let me see. Apartment.
Okay.
Store. I don't know. Quit playing with my cock.
Why would you say that?
Anyway, apartment, store. What else? That's pretty much it. I gotta check our finances. they're gonna be down and done to get paid. So this week.
If the chancellor doesn't
Can me?
Yeah.
That restaurant we saw
Which one?
on West Side, Jamaican.
Oh yeah.
I took a picture. I took a picture.
Yeah.
I screenshotted it and I put it in. We have a hallway chat, and I was like, Joy and I were driving and we saw this restaurant, and I was like, there's no way. And then I was like, she was like, what was the name again? Like, you know, trying to goad me to say it. Is it goad or bode? I think it's goad. Gode. Goad someone into saying it. Goad. No.
Priest.
Goad? Provoke. Yeah. G-O-A-D. Anyway. That's not crossing any lines, is it? I asked Susan about it, but after I felt like...
What did Susan say?
Susan was like, it's fine because, like, it is a ridiculous name, but, and, like, I didn't know it's a town in Jamaica. It's like I didn't know it was a place. I just thought it was a ridiculous name. And, like, Jennifer was like, you know that's, like, based off a place in Jamaica. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, and the people I talked to, like, we just thought it was a poor play on words. And then Doug was like, yeah, it's like that classic dad joke, like, you know, and he, like, said a dad joke. And, you know, it would, no one, like...
was offended by it.
Well, at least they didn't say anything. Like, I saw that everyone had seen it, but, you know, it's not always active. But, like, afterwards, like, Cass was like, hey, I saw what you posted. Like, we were driving somewhere, and she like, gave an example where she saw, like, creamy, cheesy cottage was, like, the name of the shit. And so, like, okay, but I was a little worried. Do you think that, like, Susan was like, don't make a habit out of posting stuff like that, but, like, I don't think you did anything wrong. Do you think I did anything wrong? Should I have not have shared that? It's a ridiculous
probably,
name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Probably not in a work group chat.
But it's not like it's a hallway chat, like where you post jokes. It's not like the main one.
Okay.
So everyone who's in that has already been like kind of vetted and been like, it's okay to post a joke. And like in that hallway chat, like previously, like I would say something and Troy would be like, Robert, that's the gayest thing I've heard today.
Oh, okay.
So okay, we're good. Yeah, okay. But Troy doesn't work there anymore, so.
Yeah.
He didn't get fired. He moved to Ohio. He's an advisor somewhere else. But okay. Okay. I don't think anyone's offended.
Just don't.
I'm not gonna make it. If someone wants to say something, like, you know what? There's the woman who works close to me, the white woman with the white husband, who loves to get offended on other people's behalf. If it's her, like, we were talking about something today, and we can cut this part out of the podcast, but like, she'll say something and she's like, those people need to kill themselves. Like, are you serious? Like, you're so, like, if there's someone who doesn't agree with what she says, even, like, yes, the people who she's describing are fucking the worst. What?
Water.
Yeah. The people who she's describing are absolutely the worst. But it doesn't mean they need to kill themselves.
No.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
And she was like, when someone says something gross, they just need to be, like, outcasted from society. And I'm like, do you think and yelled at? I'm like, do you think if you condemn or yell at someone, they're gonna change? Yes. She wants to hate on Elon Musk, which is fine. I'm not an Elon Musk fanboy, but we've already talked about this. You don't donate your shit to charity, so why should he?
Just because.
Absolutely. Like I game the system where I can. So why the fuck wouldn't a billionaire? Like, shut the fuck up. Quit getting offended on other people's behalf. Anyway. If she wants to say something, like, I have a little bit more of a vested interest than you, Angela. This will go at the beginning of the podcast.
Also, I like how
teaser.
you like get hyped up about these hypothetical situations, and
they never actually happen. But it's just because, like, they can. Like, we live in a world where this could happen. This is gonna be the teaser to the episode where we're amped up. I am. But, like, you know what pisses me off? Like, why is it white people who get offended for everyone else? No one is asking you. Like, has a person of color ever come up to you and be like, hey, thanks for having my back in that situation I wasn't there for. I really appreciated it. Never. And sometimes it's patronizing. Like, you think you're in a position to save them, like you're the white knight.
It's a white savior complex.
You're inherently putting yourself above someone because you can pick them up and save them.
Some Christopher Columbus type beat.
That's some Christopher Columbus type beat. Sorry. But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Thanks so much for walking. Thanks so much for watching episode 1 of the Hey Sweetheart podcast. I am one of your hosts, Robert Wilkinson.
And I am the other better host, Joy.
And we're signing out. Peace.
Joy Wilkinson.
Soon. TBD.
Not soon enough.
Okay. Where's the off button?